guys, I'm Bethany and welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy that you're here. I'm so excited because we are cozy. It is currently 6:45. I'm on my bed. I have my blanket. I've been using literally so much because it's so cozy. And we are going to be reading. I'm going to be doing a reading vlog. So basically the other day I went to Books A Million and I bought the Inheritance Games, well, the first book in the series. And I'm very excited. The third book actually just came out recently in August, and basically it's like a trilogy, like a YA trilogy. All I know is this girl inherits a lot of money. On the back it says secret passages, elaborate riddles, billions at stake. So I don't really know much about it. All I know is everyone's been talking about it, and for the most part I've heard really good reviews. Rachel Catherine loves this series. She raves about it, and I've just heard it's really fun. Also, this is random, but can we talk about how much cheaper YA books are than regular books? This one is $11, but other books that I buy are $17. Please explain that to me, because it's the same size, the same amount of pages, but it's just YA, so it's cheaper. I don't understand it, but basically I've heard that it's been compared to like an escape room, which I don't really know what that means, but I'm excited. Also, the chapters I think are very short, and I'm hoping that this gives me like the Hunger Games vibes, not in the story, but just like how I loved that trilogy and how this is a trilogy, and I'm hoping that it'll just give me that vibes too. So I have read like maybe a chapter or two on my Kindle because I got the sample and I did not continue it, but I didn't give it a fair shot. So that's what we were gonna do. And I bought the physical copy because I was just too excited, and it was a great deal. I'm so excited. Let's get to reading it. I'm in my cozy vibe. Like I said, I'm also wearing this sweatshirt that I thrifted. It's so cute. It's like this navy blue color. I'm obsessed with it. But anyways, let's get to reading. I'm gonna try not to talk too much because we're hopefully going to have 3 books in this video. We are going to read the whole trilogy. So let's get to it. I'm so excited.
Gonna let the sun shine in today. I'm trying to make this darkness go away. I'll paint with colors and I'll sing until.
So there's been a couple hours and I am on page 106, so like a third of the way through. I have been taking pauses, scrolling through Instagram, but I'm intrigued. It's very interesting. I feel like there's so many things that like we're gonna find out as the story progresses, because it's just like the main character doesn't really know what's going on or why she got this inheritance. So I'm excited to just see how it progresses, if we're gonna find out why in this book, or if it's gonna continue in the next 2 books, or if other things are gonna happen in the next 2 books. I don't know. I'm intrigued. I'm enjoying it so far, and the chapters are so short, so it's very easy to like get through a lot of pages because you just want to continue. I feel like when a book has short chapters, you are more apt to continue reading it because it's just, you know, quick to read. Really enjoying it so far. I'm going to get ready for bed and then probably read a little bit more. Bachelor in Paradise comes out tomorrow, so I don't know how much reading I'll get done, but hopefully I read at least some of it. It's just interesting. I've never read a book quite like it. Hello guys, it has been a couple days since I vlogged Talk to You, and I have some updates on the book. I have not finished it yet. I am very close. I'm on page 231, so I have like a little over 100 pages left. To give you my thoughts on it as of this point, I'm really enjoying it. So much so that I ordered the other 2 books in the series. I actually ordered them Monday night when I was filming this. I got like 100 pages in and knew I was enjoying it. And I was like, I'm just gonna go ahead and order the other 2 books because I knew it would take a couple days for them to get here. So I did that. They came today, but the bad news is I opened my package when I got home and my first book, the Hawthorne Legacy, or the second book, is bent. It literally came like, can you see that? It came bent, which is so frustrating. If you order from Amazon, you probably know that this happens often. Well, not this bad. Normally it's just like maybe a little scratch on the edge or something like that isn't a big deal, so I just like look over it. But since it's literally bent, I already put in an order for a replacement, so I'm going to return this one and get a new one because it's so frustrating to order a book and it be damaged. I'm like, you put this book from the box that it came in from the publisher into my box to deliver it to me, and it's already bent. Like, you have to literally have it sitting here like this for a good amount of time to have it bent like this. So I don't understand, so I'm getting a new one. I also got the 3rd book in the trilogy, which is the Final Gambit. This just came out in August, which is super exciting, so it doesn't have a paperback. When they first published them, They are only published in hardback, I think for maybe a year, maybe longer, I don't really know. And then they will publish it in paperback like these. So I just got the hardback, but it's super cute. I'm very excited. I love the covers of these. They are so fun. The only thing is the feeling of this book and the feeling of this book is not the same, which makes me kind of sad because I really like the feeling of this one. I don't know if it's because I bought it at Books A Million. I don't really know. Yeah, like I said, I'm really enjoying it. It's very like kind of crazy because every chapter there's just something new that's happening because truly they're just trying to figure out why she got the inheritance. And there's also a little romance, which is kind of really fun. I really love Jameson. Is that how you say his name? Yeah, Jameson. I really like him. And Grayson, I don't really like him. Personally, that's kind of the update, but I'm really enjoying it. It's so fun. I feel like this is like the perfect series just to like dive into in the fall because you just like, it's so unique and you just like want to keep reading to find out what happens. And it's also really exciting that I have 2 more books in the series. So I have so much more to learn and so much more to know. I'm so excited. I have seen people compare it to an escape room, which I can definitely see where you would get that comparison because there's just so many riddles and like puzzles and passages, like secret passages and things like that in the house that they're in Hawthorne House. I'm gonna keep reading. I'm enjoying myself. I love a book that's like action-packed. Like I do love romance, but honestly, my first love of reading, besides The Fault in Our Stars, was like The Hunger Games. There's romance in it, but it's obviously not a romance, and I really enjoyed it. So I love like that kind of style of book, and I want to read more of them. So really enjoying it. I'm gonna stop talking and get to reading.
So I found myself in tears. Every day was filled with fear. When you feel you wanted more, and suddenly you're on the floor. And I left my heart with you. There is nothing else to do. I would like to have it back. It's broken and far from intact, and as dangerous as it is, we couldn't wait for the first kiss. Here comes the complication.
Okay guys, it is the next day. It is Thursday. I did not end up finishing this book last night, but I just finished it, as you saw. And I'm like, what the heck? The end was shocking. I'm so confused. Like, I don't even know what's going on. Obviously, that's why it's a trilogy. I'm going to find out the answers in the next books, but I'm like, what in the world? I'm so confused. And I had a feeling that this person had something to do with the story. If you have read this book, you know what I'm talking about, like the end. I had a feeling that was gonna come up in some way, but I'm so confused. I think I'm giving it 4.5 stars. I'm not really sure because I think the books are just gonna get better, but I do feel like it took me a few days to finish this. I haven't had much time to read, but I feel like it took me a few days to like finish it because I kind of was just enjoying the story and wanted to kind of read it slowly. But I don't want to give it a 5 because I feel like the books are going to get better. So I'm going to give it a 4.5, I think. I don't know. I did really enjoy it. I have a couple tabs. I think I wanted to tab earlier in the book, but I didn't have my tabs with me. So I tabbed a couple things, just sweet moments I wanted to remember. But I am shook. I cannot wait to see what happens in the next books. Like, I have so many questions and I'm excited to get answers to them because what is going on? I love the characters. I feel like they're like my friends. So I'm excited to hang out with my friends in the next 2 books. I'm also excited that I don't have to wait for the 3rd book because it's already come out, because if I would have read this like earlier this year, I would have had to wait till August to read the 3rd book, but now they're all out. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. I had a fun time. Like, if you're wanting a book that's just gonna make you like have a good time, you should read this. I had a great time. Like, I just felt like I was like just in the story. I also think it's great for fall. It's just like a fun book too. I don't know. It's just super cool. Like the riddles and the secret passages and all that stuff is so fun. So anyways, I'm going to probably start the next one tomorrow. It definitely ends in a way that you're wanting to pick up the next book, which is very good. I love when that happens in a series. So anyways, highly recommend. I obviously haven't finished the series, but I have a feeling I'm just going to really enjoy it. Hello guys, it is the next day and I returned the book to Amazon that was damaged. I ordered a replacement and then the corner of that book was messed up, so I just returned both of them. And I went to Books A Million and got another copy. So I've been reading it tonight and I just haven't been vlogging, but I'm on page 55 and something just happened and I'm absolutely shook. I literally just had a vocal reaction, didn't I, Ethan?
Yeah, you did.
He's sitting next to me, clearly. And I'm just absolutely shooketh to my core and I'm so excited. I did not see that coming, but it's getting so good. So anyways, I'm gonna keep reading, but I just needed to tell you that. I feel like that was the most shock I've had in the series so far because I was like, excuse me, what in the world? Anyways, so I'm gonna keep reading. I want this to be spoiler free, so I'm not gonna say what happened, but if you've read this series, you can DM me on my bookstagram and we can talk about it. Honestly, I don't know how long it's been since I've actually talked to you. I feel like I have just been like taking random clips, but I think the last time was when I like first started this book. But last night I finished it and honestly I didn't plan to finish it. I was just gonna finish it today, but then I couldn't put it down. So I stayed up till like midnight finishing it and it was so good. Like there were so many twists and turns that I was like not expecting. I audibly gasped like multiple times reading this because I was like, what in the world? How did that happen? What's going on? Which was really enjoyable. I feel like the first one going into the second one, I was like excited to continue the series, especially because the cliffhanger in the first one. But this one, there was so many twists and turns like the whole way through. I'm like, what's gonna happen next? Because so many things happened and the like little romance was so good in this book as well. So I'm very excited to see how that ends and I just really enjoyed it. And now into the third book. I am going to start this tonight. Also, literally a day or two ago, the author of these books posted that she's coming out with another book in this universe. Like she's coming out with that book and then she's also coming out with like others. So that's fantastic. It's not the same like series, obviously. These are all told from Avery's point of view, but the next book is called The Brothers Hawthorne, I'm pretty sure. And it's from Jameson and Grayson's point of view, I'm pretty sure. And I'm so excited. It doesn't come out till next August though, so that's sad. But I'm so excited that this series like isn't ending and I get more books. And I get to be excited about them. I'm just so excited about this series in general. I really want to find more fun series like this because I'm just having a great time. I'm excited to continue it. Also, I tabbed it a pretty good bit. Some things are like sweet moments with like a love interest, and some of them I just really wanted to remember the moment, so I tabbed them. Anyways, I'm gonna start this book tonight. I'm so excited. Since I finished the series, the last clip you saw, and since then I've gotten sick. Well, actually I was sick when I finished the Final Gambit, but I have really bad allergies during this time of year and it has caught up to me. So here I am, not sounding very good. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm a little stuffy. I'm feeling a lot better. I have been taking Mucinex, using Flonase, you know, the whole thing, and I'm feeling much better. I get like this every time when the seasons change, but I have been taking allergy medicine to hopefully like prevent this, and it did not help. So, well, I think it might have helped for a little bit, but once the weather got into like the 40s, you know, here we are. I wanted to give my final thoughts on the Inheritance Game series. There is a hair in my mouth. I'm so excited. They look so cute next to each other, and I tabbed them a good bit, which is super fun. Wait, I did barely tabbed the Inheritance Games, but I tabbed the other two pretty well, and I'm just loving that. So before I get my review, I thought I would tell you like a little summary of what the series is about, because I didn't really say that in this video. So basically, this series is a YA trilogy about a girl named Avery. She is living her life, going to high school, figuring out what she wants to do with her life after she graduates, like if she's going to college, what she's going to do in college, all that stuff. And she lives with her half-sister, and then she gets like a letter in the mail telling her that she's invited to like a will reading, like a reading of the will of a very rich man who has passed away, and she's invited to like the will reading. So she gets there and is given his entire inheritance, as you can tell by the name of the book being The Inheritance Games. She literally gets his entire inheritance, and she doesn't know why, because she's never met the man, she doesn't know who he is, and so she's trying to figure out how she got the inheritance, along with his 4 grandsons, Jameson, Grayson, Nash, and Xander. And in order for her to have the inheritance, she has to live in Hawthorne house, Tobias Hawthorne's house, for a full year. And so she's living in the house trying to figure out why she has this inheritance. She's doing all these riddles and puzzles and all this stuff to just figure it out. She's also like learning about the house and the family and all this good stuff. Is this the right direction? Should I have done this the other way? Is that better? I don't know. Anyways, I'm not going to give away too much of the second and third book, because obviously that's spoilers if you haven't read the first book. That's kind of a summary of what it's about, and overall, I love this series so much. I thought it was so much fun. I think it's the perfect fall read because it's just like a great time. Like, you're just sitting there reading it, and there's so many riddles and clues, and there's just so many plot twists that you don't see coming, and you're like, what in the world? And that's just super fun. So I gave the first book 4.5 stars, and then I gave the second and third book 5 stars. So in my opinion, I think the series gets better as you read it, but I've also heard people say that they gave the series as a whole 5 stars, like they gave every book 5 stars, but I did not give the first one 5 stars. I felt like the second and third are better than the first, but I did enjoy the first. You know, I feel like there's just a little bit of like, at the beginning you have to build up to like trying to figure stuff out, because at the beginning she's obviously like in high school, and then she's going to the will reading and all this stuff. So the second and third book, I feel like from the beginning you're like figuring out things, you know? So that's why I didn't give it 5 stars, but clearly the second and third book I tabbed so much because there were so many good moments. I tabbed moments with like the love interest, and also with her and her sister and her friends. There is a love triangle between a couple of the brothers, and then the other 2 brothers are just really fun. Like, Avery's just friends with them, and they're just really fun to like see their personalities and stuff. Like, Xander is the youngest, and he is so funny, and Nash is the oldest. And he's just kind of fun. Like, you can tell he's older and isn't really about what they're doing with like the puzzles and all that stuff, but he also is just super fun. Their relationship is just super cute, and like the found family is obviously there in this series, which I love. I love found family so much. So overall, I enjoyed this series so much, and I highly recommend it. And there is another book in this like universe coming out next year, and then I think she's coming out with 2 more books that's like gonna be a series, but the book next year is from Jameson and Grayson's point of view. I'm pretty sure it's about them, so I'm assuming it's from their point of view, which I'm very excited about, because obviously these 3 are from Avery's point of view, and it ties up the series very well at the end. I loved the ending of the Final Gambit. I thought it was so good. I just loved Avery's character, especially at the end of this book. It was just really great. I loved her. But all of them are just amazing. So they're just super fun characters that you just want to read, and like I feel like I was friends with them. So I loved it, and I highly recommend it, this series, and I'm so glad that I read it for this vlog, and then I just read it in general because I had a great time, and I would want to like reread these. I feel like these could be in the running for I'm gonna feel about these characters how I feel about the Hunger Games. I love the Hunger Games, so that's super fun. But I feel like I literally just swap them around again. Here you go. Anyways, overall, love them so much, had such a good time, and I definitely would give the series as a whole 5 stars. I've been rambling, but basically, you should read these. I highly recommend them, and it was just a great time, especially if you want a YA book, because obviously there's no spice in these books. It's just like very wholesome vibes, which I love. I love a good YA. Hello guys, this is Editing Bethany, and I didn't mention my thoughts on Jameson and Grayson, because I'm watching this footage back and I said I didn't like Grayson in the beginning of this video, but as the books progress, you kind of see more of him and understand why he is a little like closed off at the beginning, and so I really like both of them. I'm really happy with how the books ended, so that's an update on the love triangle. I didn't really say anything about it, so I like both characters. I don't really have a team. I liked both of them, and I'm happy with how it ended, so that's all. Highly recommend the series. You should read it. You'll not regret it, and that's all. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed watching me read these books. It took me like a couple weeks because I've been so busy the last few weeks, so it took me a while to finish them, but I feel like if you have a lot of time on your hands, you will fly through these very quickly because they're so good. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy, be sure to subscribe. I post every Tuesday and Saturday here on YouTube. I also have an Instagram and a Bookstagram. I post all the time on my Bookstagram, and I hit 1,000 followers, which is so crazy. I feel so lucky, and I'm just so thankful because I love posting on there, and I'm going to have a post about these books as well if you want to go see that. But I think that's it. I will see you very soon for my next video. Bye.